toe, big toe, big toe, big toe. Squeeze big toe, squeeze big toe, 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 toe. Stop! Bracket! Bracket! With the set in the air! With the set in the air, with the set in the air, with the set in the air! The homies bracket! Homies! I am him! Blood! I'm him!
Hey, what's up, you guys? So yeah, man, haven't been on for a while. I watched a couple movies. I have a couple events coming out if you guys care. I have like a wrestling event. I have this mural event with a couple local bands and a couple local artists. I got some more fights. I got some more kickboxing fights. I just went right now and I just saw Interview with the Devil. Or no, wait. Not Interview with the Devil. Late Night with the Devil. So, yeah, man, it's like, this movie's interesting. It's like, there's a lot of horror. First of all, it's Shudder, which I thought was kind of, you know, not low budget, but I remember when Shudder first came out, it was like $9.99. Horror, Netflix. They didn't really have sci-fi and other stuff. It was mostly just horror. So, I really wasn't fucking with them at first, but I did watch their anthology, Creep Show. I watched both seasons of that. I say you should watch that because I'm in, you know, your boy's into anthologies. Besides that, let's talk about the movie. So, I don't want to do a spoiler review because I want you to watch this movie. So I'm going to try and kind of lean away from the spoilers. I can't really do a very long review without spoiling too much, so I'm going to keep it pretty short for this one. Same thing with Love Lies Bleeding. I just watched that too. I'm going to do a review of that, but I might have to do a spoiler review of Love Lies Bleeding because it just ended kind of weird. But, yeah, so let's talk about this movie, man. The beginning started off great, man. It's like I like the setup. I like the character building. I like the aesthetic of it. I like the costumes. They could have went one way with this movie, and I feel like they went different ways with it. Like everywhere I thought it was gonna be the same old movie, it was different. But then where I thought it would be different, it was the same old movie. It was kind of weird. It's like they would do the same old in between the movie, but then the movie itself would be something different. The beginning of the movie is, how can I explain it? It's how you want to do a movie. It's like when you make a movie and you do the beginning of a movie, you want me to care about the character. You want me to know something about the character, like him, dislike him, whatever. Have some emotion towards the character, and I feel like they did that good. Now, if you're someone who's like super religious, you're gonna probably already have preconception, pre-notions going in on this one, because I remember when The Exorcist came out, people hated it just because it was The Exorcist, because it was about the devil, but they didn't necessarily hate the movie. They were just more hating the content of the movie. So if you hate like demonic possession, stuff like that, you're already not gonna like this movie. This ain't for you. But I was actually surprised it was a lot less bloody and gory than I thought it would be. And in certain places where it called for the blood and gore, the blood and gore was there. But the storyline is what shines to me the most in this movie. I feel like in giving the tone of the movie and given the themes of the movie, they leave you with a lot of questions. Like, okay, the last couple of movies I've seen from A24 and these theaters and stuff have been giving you the chance to make your own, I call it the college ending, the college movie. So you have the movie that's like wrapped up in a tight bow and it's just linear. Then you have the movie like Talk to Me or whatever that has splits and turns and curves on it that you can decide to go down or not, depending on if you believe in things, if you don't believe in things, if certain things are relevant. Also, I like the way this movie did a lot of like callbacks in the movie. Not flashbacks, but actually callbacks like minutes before, minutes after, stuff like that. I thought that was pretty cool. The girl actor, I thought she was pretty good. I don't really like, if you see my reviews, I don't really like children actors, but I thought she did pretty good. If you're trying to see a lot of the demon parts, you're not gonna see too much of that because I feel like we've seen that before 1,000 times, so they kind of like strayed away from that. But the pacing of the movie is great, and the way that they split the movie up into not different movies, but into different settings. Like anytime there's a in between the shot where it's not on TV, it's black and white, and whenever there's the movie's playing, it's in color, and that to me plays on the fact of you believing that this is really like an old ass. It's found footage too. I don't know if I said that or not to you guys. So if you guys don't like found footage movies, you might hate that already, like Blair Witch Project and stuff like that. I actually kind of like those kind of movies. But yeah, man. Trying to think what else in the movie happened. The main character, he's pretty good. I'm not sure what other movies he's starred in before. The demon parts are pretty good. I mean, for the most part, I feel like what you don't see is a little bit better. I remember on the last Batman that just came out, he had a bunch of dudes wrapped up in plastic and they had duct tape on their mouths, and you didn't know what happened to them. And by not showing you, I kind of assumed it was worse than it really was. So in this sense, in this movie, there's a lot of stuff they don't show you that you kind of have to, like I said, do the college explanation in your head. You have to kind of fill in the blanks. This isn't one of those movies that's holding your hand and explaining everything to you. It's kind of like, this is what it is, this is what it is, this is what it is. Like I said, I can't do a spoiler on this one because I don't want to spoil this one, but I would like if anyone leaves in the comments to tell me what they thought the ending was. I have an idea of the ending, and I might do another review with a spoiler of this movie towards the end. I don't know, I'm going to see. If more than 10 people view the review, then I'll do a spoiler too. But all in all, I really felt like they did this really good. I've been watching a lot of shitty horror lately. This movie kind of had something for everybody. It was weird. The ambiance was good. The settings were good. I really, really, really liked the side actors. Like, I liked his little manager. I liked his little side dude. I liked the band. I liked like I said, I liked the girl who was the main character. I liked the little dude from the beginning. The guy who was calling, like, I hear a June. I hear a Bert. I hear a Larry. He was doing that thing where he'd go in the crowd and try and get people to be sad and try and say, like, someone's in the room with you and shit. And like I said, the pacing is college style, so it's not slowing down, it's not explaining a lot of shit. It's just like, this is what it is, which I'm not mad at. I feel like the ending of a movie should have some fat for you to chew on. You should be sitting there looking left, looking right, ready to talk to someone that you don't even know, even if it's one or two words. That sucked, that was good, that was the shit, what do you think? It's like, instead of just like where most movies you just watch them, they're done, and you just kind of forget about them. It's one of those movies that I feel like it's going to be with me for a while. I don't know if it's going to be a cult classic, but I feel like for Shudder, they hit it out of the park. 9 out of 10. I give it a 9 out of 10. You have to give it an extra point just because it's on a platform that's not hella big right now. If this is the direction Shudder's going in, I'm about to go get Shudder, because I already like Creepshow, and I already like this one, and I've watched at least 2 or 3 other like Shudder classic movies, you know, like old school horror movies. So, like I said, check Shudder out. I always have to give props. If it's $9.99, if this movie's gonna come out in a week, it would be worth it just to get it for a month. Even if you just got the free month and turned it off, get the free month. If you're broke, watch this movie. Check out Creepshow. There's 2 seasons of that, and then watch a couple sci-fi shows, and then just turn it off right before the month's over. Or if you like it, give Shudder your money and keep this horror stuff going. It's like, you know, some of these high budget companies make these fucking same movies every year, and it's like they make their money back, but it's horrible acting, the shit sucks, it has a couple jump scares, and then you get out of there. This wasn't that. This right here was actually thought out horror. It had some psychological elements to it. It had some not jump scares, but it had some, you know, shock value, you know what I'm saying? It had some stuff that's, you know, there's children, there's devils and shit like that. Like I said, if you're not into that, don't go into this movie thinking like there's gonna be a lot of good in the movie or like redeeming factors. If you're looking for some kind of saving grace, this movie's pretty much college level horror. It is what it is. It's not holding no one's hands. It starts and it ends brightly in a big way. It starts big and it ends big. Now the ending, I feel like, could have been considered weak to some people because it's one of those ambiguous endings that you don't really understand what happened, which I'm not mad at because no one can be wrong in those endings. It is kind of fucked up that no one can be wrong, but it's kind of good that no one can be wrong too, because in the end you can just walk away from someone who argues with you. Like, oh no, that movie, okay, whatever, bro, bye. Like, okay, cool. Or you could have your argument with them and no one has to die on that hill, if that makes sense. So yeah, man, Late Night with the Devil. I give it a 9 out of 10. It could have been a 10 out of 10 if that ending would have hit it a little bit better. But for Shudder, if it was an 8 out of 10 of a normal movie, I'd give it 1 more point just for being Shudder. Like I said, fuck with Shudder. Check them out. Let's keep, you know, giving money to people that are trying. A24 Studios, this Shudder right now, the Weird Al movie had came out on, I don't know if it was, I don't remember what it was. Was it? I don't think it was Tubi. It was something. The Weird Al movie, it came out, and that was a free movie, and that was on a free platform. And these people are actually spending money and not just coming with old school movies. They're coming with new content that's decent. You know, you have to remember when you're fucking with like Netflix and shit, these fools had years and years and years before them to perfect this whole streaming service. These guys are coming in with commercials. Sometimes they're coming in for free. Sometimes they have to have some shitty movies, but you look through the shit, you find a gem every once in a while, and then you watch it. And I thought that's what this was. So if this is the way Shudder's going, I'm giving Shudder a thumbs up. Like I said, if you have Shudder, check out Creepshow. The first and second season, I'm not sure if there's any more than that, but the first 2 seasons were pretty good. 9 out of 10. And yeah, man, I'm not gonna do a spoiler review unless you guys want me to. But right now, I'm gonna leave it at that. 9 out of 10. Go check this movie out. Tell me what you thought. Interview with the Devil. I'll see you guys next time.
Let's check it out. That shit came off the top of my fucking head, y'all. Oh, God. Why? 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 It's a cosmic shame. Thank you.